Trevin, does it feel different without DeAndre and Marquez and those guys in the room this spring?
It feels a whole lot different, but they still be out there. Well, Scrub's out there today, so it's kind of better. But like he told us, it was like this gonna be us this year, so it kind of feel different. But we gotta get used to that though, because they gone, so we gotta step up. Because we the old heads now. The old heads gone, so now we the old heads.
I mean, you guys played a lot the last few years when those guys were hurt, but I assume the responsibility is you don't have that security blanket.
Right, we don't got security. Now it's real heavy on us now. Coach White look at us to be the leaders now. So we step up and do that.
You've made plays since you got here, literally. I mean, not just the Florida game. How has that helped you, though, in terms of your confidence, plus what you learned from the veterans?
So I can say that helped me out a lot, making plays, because making plays as a young player builds your confidence even more, and then even having like Square telling me, oh, you doing good, keep that going, it helped out even more. So, my confidence through the roof now.
What about when he tell you screwed up? That had to help you. I mean, everybody screws up.
Yeah,
right?
It helped me out a lot more for a young, older dude to say, oh, you screwed up. But he wasn't the type of dude, how someone yell at you, he was like, oh, you screwed up. But, don't leave everything in the past. You're in the future right now, in the present, so just keep going. So they helped me out a lot more. They'll grow more and learn, like, okay, if I make a bad play, don't just get stuck up on the road, just keep going.
Short memory.
Yeah.
You playing behind a couple of good guys like that, how much patience was required, and is that just part of your general makeup that you can be patient and wait for your turn?
Yeah, you gotta be real patient though, because if you got one of the greatest linebackers that played in Kentucky, you gotta be patient because that they're older and they got 1,000 more snaps and you got young, so you gotta be real patient though. Your time gonna come soon.
Trevin, it seems like the fans, a lot of them remember you from that big play at Florida. What could you tell the BBN about your game and like something you kind of find your identity on the field in, just to kind of get to know you better outside of just that big play against Florida?
Yeah, you can get to know me better, like I'm more around the ball now, because like me building up as a linebacker, because I feel like Coach Wright even know me coming in, I never played linebacker day in my life, so it's me being more of a ball player now, because I feel like last year, I feel like I made a lot more plays playing as a linebacker than, just coming in. So I felt like that's more, they can see more of me being a comfortable linebacker now.
What's the next step for you? What are you focused on?
Oh, the next step is being consistent, because I feel like last year I wasn't as consistent as I want to be, just getting my feet down the ground and getting real comfortable. So I feel like my goal is being more consistent in everything I do.
Feels like it wasn't that long ago that you were introducing yourself to us, saying you're going to hear about me. And now time's flying by, isn't it? What's that like for you?
Time flying by fast. I feel like just as walked here in my first day, and I was like, dog, I'm a junior now. Like, it's flying real fast. I thought I was getting gray hairs on my head when I was coming.
You like being a leader, though, I got to think, at a position that calls for leadership.
Yeah, I love being a leader, because, you have young guys look up to you, and you can lead them. Either if you're wrong, you can tell them, like, okay, I did this wrong, so you learn from that mistake. So I like being a leader.
Trevin, what have you seen from Martez and Luke and some of the other guys in the inside linebacker room?
I see them grow more, like, progression, grow more, because, that was a little concern of having them behind us, because the Martez and Luke, they used to get injured with hamstrings, but now at practice, like, it's way better, you see more consistency from them, you see them stepping up even more, so it's real better.
Where do you feel like you guys are this year in spring compared to maybe years past, now that you are one of the older guys on the team?
I feel like this year we were kind of a little step ahead than last year. I feel like we're more consistent last year because I felt last year we be consistent, and then some days it be drowsy outside, you have a little down day, but I feel like this year though is more consistent.
Is it just a mentality or something you guys have done? Like, what do you think leads to that?
I think it was the off season. We all came together, the defense, our leaders, and talked, and it was like, well, we can work on more to have a better consistency day. Because last year, like JJ, you have them guys on the team that's still here, and last year we didn't have that consistency like we did this year. So I feel like that's what happened. We came as a group and communicating even more.
Coach White told us that pass coverage is always the hardest part for guys at your position, and I'm wondering, with bringing in a guy who spins it like Devin does, how does that help you kind of refine that skill?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but Devin is a great quarterback because, like, some quarterbacks, they look you up, he's real good at that, he real smart. Like, he can throw the ball tight in the window, so, like, you got to be real there. So pass coverage is kind of hard, but, we get it. And then you got to think, you got Barry Young, you got the cover, so that's kind of like, it's kind of crazy.
When you two walked out, Susan announced frickin' fracker here because you and D-Jack everybody knows how tight you are. What's that been like, though, coming in with him, learning? You guys are different kinds of people, yet you're similar in linebacker play.
Yeah, so I can say like my first year here, like me and Jack went as close as we was. I could never tell you how we got closest as we got, but I can say that's good for us because we had chemistry on the field, and it's always fun, having somebody that you can joke around and play around, and never have somebody so uptight that you can just be like, oh hey bro, nah, you need to smile, and then we can get each other going.
Mm-hmm. And you can share success on the field with him. I mean, that's got to be special, isn't it?
It's real special. Have somebody you can share on the field, celebrate, even with the little things. Just having somebody beside you make you feel so warm and special, so you can just keep playing.